Welcome to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Back to pass, it's Chambers. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. To the air, it's Chambers. Caught over the middle, it's Cooper. They stop him short and will... big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, SMU! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Frazier. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Gets the back moving. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Branch. Into the secondary on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Chambers. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Cooper. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last 2 drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical 3rd down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
Scanning the field, it's Chambers. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the 1st down.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. On the move. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Trying play action. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's over. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to
lofts one high and deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now on 2nd down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They go right back to it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. And you see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And the Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The sure hands, it's Brown. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's looking to pass. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Grab behind the line. It's Odom. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Payne. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Moves around to clear up the vision. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll take it himself. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And how about the simple run? Like, I believe in my guys. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to get the first down. Nice job by this offense.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They need to move it 2 more yards on 3rd and goal. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Getting stuffed. What did they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Trying to run it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 17 over Oklahoma. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the draw.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's He's got it on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Mustangs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Back to pass, it's Chambers. Fires to the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Turning it on! Quick step and go! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he will score! Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
He's got it. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Rushes on him. He's going, breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He caught it! They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Branch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
To the ground with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Chambers. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You get field position like this and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense setting them up and an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They feed him again. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got his man on the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off play action. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. The play action fake. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
With the catch, it's Singleton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Complete to start this drive.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Georgia going up tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Frazier. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes the catch. It's Odom. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The give on the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. A strike downfield. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive yards.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's going for it all. Pulls it in on the right. Off and running. Inside. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the stomping has commenced.
And And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. The Mustangs in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rank.
Beck's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Northern Illinois is getting cooked right now. I mean, it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 16 to New Mexico. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until back to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On the run, it's Jackson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get the ball.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football.